takes is one person to believe that you are that man, sir.
Today, emotions run high as Terry hits the golden buzzer. A day of wine tasting in Provence turns sour.
Whatever you have going on, I think it's deeper than this.
And the one and only Howie Mandel is here to break it all down.
I kept saying, wow, and then I would take the W off and go, ow.
This is your reality check.
This is a good time.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Reality Check. It is Wacky Wednesday, and I am Lyndsey Rodrigues. We've got such a great show for you today and an amazing guest joining us for the entirety of the show. He is on pretty much every show on your TV right now, including this one from America's Got Talent. It is Howie Mandel. Welcome.
Welcome. I'm holding for applause.
There you go. What
That's
an
an
honor.
applause. Why did you put an S on that?
I'm sorry.
Can I
failed
just
you
say
already.
that the Reality Check audience is the most wonderful audience in the world?
Yeah, it consists of 3 people right now. Oh, I'm sorry, 4. There's one behind the camera there.
All right.
What an honor it is to have you on our show today. We've
I
got
know.
a ton of stuff.
No, it is. No,
begins.
people don't usually say that out loud, but,
Yeah, but
it is an honor having me.
Yeah, just own it. Just own it. I like
yeah.
that. You know what? Let's just get right into our top 5 because this is going to be a fun one for sure. So at number 5, yesterday, people broke this bombshell of an exclusive. Bombshell? I don't know. It turns out the Bachelorette frontrunner Jed White was in a 4-month relationship, I use that term loosely if it was 4 months, with Hailey Stevens when he joined the cast. Now, Hailey dished to People magazine saying, he told me the show was just an obstacle and we'd be stronger on the other side because of it. But then she continued, the hardest part is that he ghosted me. Girl, try dating in New York City. Now, we had eliminated Bachelorette contestant Grant on the show yesterday, and he just said, I can't imagine Jed doing this. But what's your take? Do you think all the guys have little side pieces that we just haven't found out about yet?
Well, first of all, you know, the fact that it always amazes me when anybody on this show says, I'm here for the real reason.
Yeah, the
You
right
know,
reason.
I'm here for the right, you know, when you want to find that life partner, when you want to find romance, there's no better place to find it than on reality television.
Oh, of course.
So, and also the fact that you have the nerve, the gumption to tell the girl that you've been dating for 4 months, that is pretty steady for somebody who is single.
It's pretty safe for these days, yeah.
After 4 months,
Yeah.
to say, I'm just going, it's not what you think.
Yeah.
That's like any married person out there, when your wife walks in and you're in bed and on top of somebody else, you go, no, it'll be, just let me finish this.
Yeah.
And it'll be better for you.
If I had a doll for every time that happened to me. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Wow.
It's not the pity party. It's not the pity party.
Wow.
It is a party over at Netflix, though, because at number 4,
Oh, we're off at 5. Okay.
the streamer has officially renewed Queer Eye for 2
years.
2 more seasons. Yeah, season 4 will debut July 19th and feature the Fab Five in Kansas City, and then season 5 will start production next week and take on the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. Do you have a favorite Fab Five member?
No, I'd like them all. It's like saying, who's your favorite child? You know.
But who is your favorite child, for real? Because I know I'm my mom's favorite.
Do you think you are?
I know
Do you have
I'm not.
siblings even?
I
You're probably
do.
an only child, and that's
No,
why you say that.
I have 2 older siblings.
Oh, wow. But I just don't want to. I think people who watch me know who my favorite of the 5 is.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, well, they're all pretty.
They're all amazing.
Yeah, they're all really
They
good
really are.
kids.
What are their names?
Well, there's Jonathan, and there's a lot of them, and they're all amazing.
You don't know their names.
I can't think of.
You have cards and you have paperwork. How do you not know their names?
Because this is
You're
about
asking
you.
me who's my favorite, and you don't know their names.
I know that Jonathan with the long hair, that's my favorite, because that's a cool.
Because that's the
mustache.
only name you know. Who's the guy in the baseball hat?
That is my second favorite.
Right,
and
second
this-
favorite. All right. So you know as much as I do about that, but
Pretty
that's
much,
pretty good.
pretty much.
But it was really good.
Thank you. I'm a sociopath.
But I'll tell you, after number 4, you'll be better on the other side.
Yeah, I
we'll
hope
do
so.
better with number 3.
God, I hope
we
so.
were good on 5. We left for 4. Let's do number 3.
Let's do 3, because it's more Bachelorette, Bachelor Nation news. So we have a pregnancy and an engagement. Sean and Catherine are expecting their 3rd child. They say this one was a complete surprise, so congratulations. And Lauren Bushnell is now engaged to country star Chris Lane. hours after news broke of the engagement of her ex-fiancé, former Bachelor Ben Higgins commented on his Almost Famous podcast saying, "My hope is that my life isn't as closely tied to Lauren anymore. I hope that this separates us. Lauren has found an amazing man to spend her life with, and we're going to move on, and it's good for all." How do you congratulate an ex when they get engaged?
Well, first of all, that's a window into how horrible the relationship was.
Right.
If you are so thrilled that there's somebody else and there's no chance of this returning, that kind of tells you in a very short, succinct way, this was horrible.
Yeah.
How thrilled am I? You take her.
Yeah.
I don't want her anymore. Yes, that was it.
There you
but,
go.
It was nice of him. It's a nice gesture for him to.
Yeah. No, his publicist did a good job with that statement.
You don't. Wow, you really.
At number 2, from one love triangle to another, in anticipation for Sunday's Keeping Up with the Kardashians, released a clip of the moment the sisters learn about the alleged makeout session between Jordan and Tristan. Now, Khloe's Instagram story this morning seemed to throw a little bit of shade towards Jordan, saying sometimes people victimize themselves so they don't feel guilty about the things they did to you. So at this point,
ooh.
Yeah, but do you think
now is she promoting the upcoming episodes?
Always.
But you know what? I like them.
Yeah.
Personally, I know them. And the beauty, and I think what works for them is they really are authentic. What you see on TV is who they are and how they live.
Yeah.
So even if they are promoting the show, this is, I believe, how Khloe is thinking about it and what it is. But anything that happens in their life ends up on television.
That's why they're so successful. And yeah, of course, I mean, she's definitely still reeling from this. I mean, that's her baby daddy, and like her whole life was turned upside down. So will you tune in this Sunday to watch the
I will. I'm
show?
gonna tune in, and well, I won't be around Sunday, but I'm going to record it.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna watch it Tuesday at 4.
Oh, cool. Tuesday at 4 p.m. on the dot.
I'm really strict with my calendar.
I like that. I like that about you. Well, at number 1,
Still
Howie.
holding for applause.
He's still holding for applause.
That happened.
At number 1, Howie, you were there for this one. We definitely need applause for this. So last night on America's Got Talent, host Terry Crews gave the golden buzzer to Detroit Youth Choir. Before hitting the coveted button, Terry gave an emotional speech that gave everyone the feels, saying, "Every young woman and man on the stage represents me and where I came from." Now, before I devolve into tears, let's check it out. Let's check out that moment one more time.
All it takes is one person to believe, then you are that man, sir.
Your show
was beautiful.
It makes me cry all the time.
Well, it does. Me too. And I was there. And I got to tell you something. People ask me what is the golden buzzer? Why did you give? At any given point, you can't compare one talent with another talent. Somebody who juggles with somebody who sings and somebody who. But in these moments when it touches you and you become overwhelmed, and this was probably one of the most authentic moments I've ever seen on our show because Terry truly lived this and truly, from the moment he met all these kids, he's from Michigan also.
Yeah.
And he met all these kids and he knows, and he probably grew up in Flint, Michigan. I don't know what it was like, but probably in a tough area like these kids. He related from the moment he met them. And it was so beautiful. And there was so much exuberance and so much excitement. He was in tears just watching them perform. It was one of the most beautiful, heart-wrenching lights that makes America's Got Talent what it is.
It really is. I mean, they just did such an amazing job. And I mean, so talking about comparing performances that are very different, can we talk about Karaoke Andy? Let's check out his performance last night.
Tequila. Howie, yes or no?
Yes, I want to see more.
So what was it about Andy that just
Well, first of all, comedically, I loved it. And it harkened back, one of my favorite comedians of all time was Andy Kaufman.
Okay.
And Andy Kaufman did a piece it reminded me of that, and I just love that kind of awkward, funny, unique kind of comedy.
Yeah.
And Andy had that last night. And it was just a great take on karaoke. And it made me laugh. And it made me laugh. That's what I love about it.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, AGT is not your only show as well. So Deal or No Deal is back.
Wednesday nights, 9 o'clock, CNBC,
Yes.
$1 million up for grabs, and $10,000 for home viewers. There's a lucky case game. You
Ooh.
could sit on a couch in your underpants with your remote and walk into the other room and win $10,000. You got to watch it to figure it out.
I mean, what more could you want out of life? Why was this the right time for it to come back for you, though? Because you're the
Oh,
EP
I've been
of the
trying to get
show.
it to come back from the moment it went off the air. It's been off
sure.
for 10 years,
Yeah.
and the lovely people at CNBC rebooted it. I've been trying to get somebody to reboot it, and it's just a great place for it to be. So I'm more excited. You know, nothing changed my career more than Deal or No Deal.
Well, I read somewhere that you were thinking about leaving show business when you got offered that.
And even more compounded by the fact that they offered me a game show.
Yeah.
You know, when they offered, I was about to leave, and then a game show was like a nail in the coffin of the career in my career. If you think back to 2005, no comedians were doing game shows.
Right.
You know, and when your currency is irony, there were kind of the game show host was the punchline. I didn't want to do it. I did it. It was hugely successful, and then they started calling every comedian there is.
Yeah. But
You're welcome, Steve Harvey.
Right, you blazed the trail.
Yes, I did.
And I know that you get asked this all the time, but I mean, Meghan Markle was a briefcase girl on Deal or No Deal,
Yes, she
and
was.
now she's the Duchess of Sussex.
That's
so
what I do. You know, and doing this show, who knows what country you're going to be running
Oh my
in
goodness.
the next decade.
I could be queen tomorrow because I am British Australian. So, you know, like
Are you British or Australian?
both.
You can be both?
I have dual citizenship.
Me too.
Hey!
Yes.
I know.
Canadian American.
Yes, I know
Yes.
you're Canadian, the nicest people.
I am nice.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I didn't remember Meghan. When she all the hoopla started, I
Yeah.
remember $5, but I don't remember Meghan. You know, and Chrissy Teigen was also a Deal
Yes,
or No
she
Deal
was.
model. And Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, I mean,
People
Hillary was
don't
the most-
remember
they
all
don't.
the models.
I know.
They do not.
She was
But-
the one wearing the pantsuit instead of the sequin dress.
Right,
Yeah.
and that's why she only did 2 years on the show.
Now, talking of other shows, you also have a Nat Geo show. It's called Howie Mandel's Animals Doing Things.
Well, it's from my favorite Instagram site, Animals Doing Things.
Yes.
And I went to Nat Geo, and I host that with my son, Saturday nights, 10 o'clock on Nat Geo. And I also have my first stand-up special in 20 years recorded. That's on demand. Unlike the other shows, that's not for the whole family.
Okay, no, fair enough. But on that note, like, what do you make of the way that comedy has evolved? I mean, I feel like these days,
harder.
more than ever, though, it's also like an
Comedy's
outlet,
going
right?
away. Well, it's an outlet, but you have to be I'm not politically correct. That's why I'm telling you, don't let the kids watch it. It's a scary time now. I can answer a question today on this show that can end my career. I
That's
thought this
very
was
true.
wood. It's not
No, it's like a
wood.
bongo.
It's kind of like,
Well, look, your career is not going anywhere.
can't hear you.
Your career is not going anywhere.
Can't hear
but
you.
I feel like I have to almost thank you for my career because I would not be in New York City if it weren't for a little movie that you were the voice in, Gremlins 2.
And Gremlins 1.
I know you were in both. But
Gizmo.
I know you were Gizmo, but it was Gremlins 2 that made me want to move to New York City. So I would
I
not
brought
be.
you?
Yeah, or I'd not be on this couch if it weren't for you in that movie.
Come to New York.
But you told, there you go. It was a beckoning song.
That's
for
what
me.
I did. That, you know, I had that voice. I did every job I had was that voice.
Yeah.
Bobby's World.
Yeah, same voice.
Same voice.
Same voice, but then you
And-
can do it lower as well, right?
Skeeter. Yes, I used to do it. I talk about it in my act. I used to do it. It sounds like a helium. So if I used to go to the emergency rooms of hospitals, and I'd go to the admitting desk and go, "Can I please speak to a doctor?" And she'd go, "What's the problem?" I go, "What do you mean? What do you mean? What's the problem?" I was at a birthday party. Everybody was doing it. They had the balloons. They had the helium balloons. Everybody was sucking it in, and everybody's voice went back to normal within like a minute and a half.
Oh my God.
This was 2.5 weeks ago. So that's what I used to do.
You were such a character.
You got to wrap it up because the audience has to leave.
Yeah, well, apparently people have better places to be than hanging out with Howie Mandel, but we are going to take a very short break. When we come back, Howie is going to be spilling the beans on his AG teammates with a round of Cast on
Beans
Blast.
or tea?
Beans. Spill the beans.
Spill the beans.
I'm too old to say spill the tea. Stay
Oh,
tuned.
okay. Beans are good for you.
Welcome back to the show. Having too much fun hanging out with Howie Mandel. He's with us for the whole show today. And right now, it is time to play Cast on Blast. Someone wasn't even on me for that.
Cast on Blast. They
Yeah.
missed it. You had a great gesture, too.
I had a great gesture, right?
Cast on Blast. Here we go.
Well, this is how it works. I'm going to give
Okay.
you the names of judges from America's Got Talent, both past and present, and I want you to
Okay.
tell me 3 things about them. It's
Okay.
a hidden talent of
Right.
theirs,
Okay.
something judgmental about them.
What, I should judge them?
Yeah.
Okay.
And something we didn't know about them.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll do that.
So why don't we pull up Simon Cowell first?
And what's the first thing I have to do?
His hidden talent. What's a hidden talent that Simon has?
Simon's hidden talent, and I don't know that it's hidden, is he would, if he could and was allowed to, he trains he's got his dogs.
Oh, yeah, he's
he's
an
got
animal
a dog.
lover.
Not only a lover, but he could train them. His dogs, maybe this answers, but when you go to his house, I mean, they do flips and they only walk on their hind legs all through the house like a circus, like a Simon circus.
Wow.
Yes.
That's very impressive.
And he also, telling
And something that you judge him for.
Here's what I will tell you about him. Probably the kindest person I've ever met.
I've heard
and
that.
And even though, I think his reputation preceded him, I think that he would say that was honesty. He was asked to do that. He came to television as a real executive, and what you would hear in the room. And then as soon as he sees that somebody's flinching or something, as soon as we go to commercial, it's never on camera. We showed a little on AGT. They didn't on the other show.
Yeah.
He goes up and really make sure that nobody leaves that stage uncomfortable.
What about Howard Stern? Let's get Howard's picture up on the screen there. What are 3 things about Howard? So a hidden talent, something that you judge him for, and something that we don't know.
Hidden talent is his painting.
Very cool.
He's a great artist.
Something that you judge him for?
He is not a great kisser.
Oh. More on that later, I hope.
No, we kissed on the air.
Did you?
Yes.
Tongue?
There's probably a picture.
Tongue or no tongue?
No tongue.
No tongue. Okay.
No tongue.
Okay. I had
It's
to
only
ask.
the first time. I mean, if we have another opportunity.
Get in there.
Yeah.
And then I feel, is that something that we didn't know about him as well? Or like what's something
No,
that
I
you
think
could...
he's probably a better kisser with his wife than he was with me. Go
Oh,
ahead.
Beth. Love
And that's
Beth.
not a wig. I know people accuse him. That's
Yeah.
really, he's got thick, gorgeous hair.
Lucky
and if
man.
anybody can judge hair, it's me.
What about...
And his new book is great.
Oh, I'm going to read it then.
You should.
You should have brought a copy
That's what
for
it's
me.
for. I bought a copy for me.
What about Gabrielle Union? Oh, the beautiful Gabrielle Union.
She is beautiful. She is smart. She is. What are you asking me to judge her?
Yeah, hidden talent, something that you judge her for, something that we don't know.
Hidden talent. Well, she's an athlete. Do you know that?
No, I did not know that.
Yeah,
I mean,
she's
I guess I
very
could
athletic
guess,
and competitive and an athlete. That's why I think she does the commercial with her husband, with Dwayne, when they're doing that. But I think that you might think that's acting. I think that's Gabrielle. I think that she is a very competitive athlete.
Okay. I mean, is that something that you judge her for as well? The competitiveness?
Well, you judge somebody who is competitive, right?
Yeah.
You go, oh my God, they want to beat you. They want to be better than you. They
Yeah.
want to, and that's fun, and that keeps your game going. But I think but she's beautiful and witty and funny and
She's luminous.
Luminous.
She's luminous.
She is luminous.
Yeah.
She is.
What
we
about
don't even
you?
use lights on the set.
She just lights the whole place.
She's luminous.
We're going to go to break, but when we get back, Howie and I will be joined by reality TV producer and our friend Chris DeRosa. We're going to talk about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. They were still getting feisty in France last night, so stick around.
Isn't it New York? Doesn't he do New
I'm
York?
not going to sit there and listen to this over and over and over again. What are you guys doing?
Welcome back to the show. The legendary Howie Mandel is still with us, and joining us now is reality TV producer and our very good friend, Chris DeRosa. Welcome back, Chris. I know, are you freaking out? How cool is this?
I'm trying to be very normal, yes, yeah.
I didn't see you.
Just 2 peers.
Oh, the camouflage.
Just 2 peers here together.
He's here. I heard the voice. I didn't see him. Oh, I got
I hope that
scared.
you saw last night's episode of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, because it turned into Housewives Got Talent, the impression sessions. Watch.
Well, let me judge.
Oh, Phoenix and Jackie! Oh my God!
Can I tell you something? That was a lot last night. I'm not gonna do this right now. Honey, we're good.
Okay, I want you both to judge
That
right
was
now.
actually funny.
Wasn't it?
And that was good. I
which was
think
your
she should
favorite?
go to the live shows, don't you?
Golden buzzer.
Yes.
Not golden buzzer. No, don't. You're over the top.
I'm sorry,
At least go.
Yes.
At least an
It was
opportunity.
good. Anytime you're adding a body, like you're adding the body, you're adding the walk, you're adding the mannerisms of an impression, that's like the next level.
Yeah.
Like, yes, like Dorit's like, oh, my babies, but like, but with her fake accent. But you have like the walk, and then she's like, and then they cut to Teddy doing that exact
The
walk,
actual
like when
thing.
they were in Bahamar.
Yes.
And that's a hilarious impression.
Yeah, and then even her husband, when they were speaking on the phone, and she was like, oh, they did an impression of me, and her husband was like, did he do the walk?
He was like, oh,
So-
God, did they do the walk?
Yes.
She was like, yes, that's exactly what they did.
Oh, amazing. Well, like right now it is time for one very last break, but when we come back, we'll be hitting you with another great moment in reality TV history, and I dare say you will remember this one.
Do we need another break?
Welcome back. Today's moment in reality history brings us to Making the Band 2. Enjoy.
In this 2003 episode of Making the Band 2, P. Diddy is mentoring Da Band, an up-and-coming hip-hop group. The 33-year-old rapper-turned-reality star believes their success is going to their heads and they haven't had a chance to pay their dues. So, he gives them a test. Are they humble enough to walk all the way to Brooklyn to bring him back a slice of cheesecake? It's a 3-hour track, and Da Band doesn't get it at first. But eventually, they see Diddy's eternal wisdom. Sometimes you gotta walk to rap. The cheesecake track remains one of the great lessons in reality history, and let's not forget the tasty song it inspired.
Cheesecake, cheesecake, cheesecake.
Diddy and his antics. Would you ever?
Well, here's the thing. People don't understand the music business. I do because I work with Simon Cowell. If you are willing to get cheesecake from 5 miles with no transportation, you are in the band.
You were in the band. But even Simon wouldn't send people on a 3-hour trek for cheesecake.
Well, most people we know are lactose intolerant.
That's true these days. That's so true. God, on that note, I've never been sadder to say.
He has 2 more answers.
I've never been sadder.
Are you okay?
Yes, 100%.
Well, we're going to go. We have to break because this is the internet. So I don't know where we're going. I guess we're giving you an opportunity to tell people in the other room that you're watching this, yet you can switch to porn. Is that why we leave?
No, you know what? I'm going to make you do my outro.
Okay. I'm Lyndsey Rodrigues. Oh, wait. Let's start with the ending. I'm Lyndsey Rodrigues, and I will check you tomorrow.